Buenos dias, clase. I'm Bob Goss. I'm a gringo Spanish teacher. I didn't grow up knowing Spanish. I had to learn it just the same way many of you are having to learn it as a second language. After living in Argentina for 2 years as a missionary, after living in Costa Rica for a couple of summers, after teaching in the public schools and the colleges for 41 years, I've learned quite a few things that can help most of my students learn Spanish pretty good. Today, we're going to take a little test. See how many farm animals you already know. There's 10 farm animals. Well, if you already fluent in Spanish, this will be easy. If you've had first year Spanish, you'll probably get about half of them right. Let's see where you're at. So we'll do a little pre-test, and then at that point, after the pre-test, if you're not already an expert with these words, I will help you memorize these words as fast as you can write them down. I know that's kind of a big promise, but I've done it, many, many times with thousands of students, and so I can feel pretty confident that I can have you memorize as fast as you can write the words down. Well, let's take a pre-test. So here are 10 farm animals. I guess count on your fingers if you know what the word is. Number one, caballo, caballo. Dos, chivo, chivo. Tres, cordero, cordero. Cuatro, gallinas, gallinas. Cinco, gato, gato. Seis, pato, pato. Siete, pavo, pavo. Ocho, perro, perro. 9, oveja, oveja. 10, vaca, vaca. Well, as you count on your fingers, how many of those 10 words did you know? Were you somewhere between 0 to 4, which would make you as a beginner? Were you 5 to 8 of the words, which means you're probably in the intermediates, where you've had a little bit of Spanish before, or you've hung around some people that speak Spanish enough to learn some? Or were you 9 or 10 out of all of those words? Are you advanced and you already know these words really easily? And then in that case, probably not going to learn that much vocabulary from the lesson, but you will learn some neat memory tricks that you can apply in other areas. So I invite you to go on. So let's memorize these words as fast as you can write them down. Now, as I worked on my master's degree many years ago, I knew that people learning a foreign language would have to do a lot of memorization. There's just no way around it. You have to know a lot of words in order to learn another language. And so one of my thesis papers that I wrote for my master's degree had to do with memorization in Spanish. And so I've learned a few little tricks that help most people memorize very, very quickly. I can trick your mind into memorizing Spanish words. So it'd be good for you to get a piece of paper. If you get a piece of paper, let's divide it into 4 columns like what I have here. And then if you'll actually write down the words, it will help you memorize as fast as I can have you write down the information. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and give you time, or you can pause the video and then you go get a piece of paper and a pencil, and then let's write these words down, and I'll be able to show you that you can memorize very, very quickly. So 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, we're back. You should have a paper and pencil. You need to divide your paper into 4 columns. The first column would be in Spanish. And so you can see I've already written all of the words down there. I would like you to rewrite those words in Spanish. Research shows that if you write something down, you'll remember it much better than if you don't write it down. And that applies for a language. So if you just use what I wrote down, it won't help you as much as if you would also write it down. The second column also says Spanish. I want you to rewrite the word in Spanish. So now we've written it 2 times. Why do I do that? Well, research shows that if you write something down once, that's way better than not writing it down. But if you write it down twice, that's much better than just writing it down once. But what is surprising, if you do it twice, that's about as good as if you did it 10 times. So you're getting the most benefit for the least amount of work if you would copy it down twice. The third column is a keyword column. I'm going to pick a keyword. I'm going to tie something in English with the new word in Spanish, and I'm going to trick your mind into remembering that word. Finally, we'll have the definition in English. Okay, here we go. So the first word is caballo. Let's go to the next column. We should write it down again. So that's C-A-B-A-L-L-O, caballo. Let's go to the third word. Well, now I'm going to make a memory trick. I'm going to look at this word in Spanish and see if I can get something that's similar in English. And if I look at the first three letters, I've got a cab, like a taxi cab. Finally, we'll go to the last column and I'll tell you what the word means. And it actually means horse. So, with one sentence, we'll tie it all together. I needed a taxi cab to get across town, but I decided to ride a horse instead. Believe it or not, you've got the word memorized, and I'll prove it to you in a little bit later. Well, let's go through and do the rest of the words. I'll go really fast, and you can go really fast, but whatever I write, you should write. You listen to me, and by the time we're done, you should have the words memorized by the time we've done this. Here we go. Next word, we have chivo. C-H-I-V-O, chivo. Well, chivo looks kind of like the word chives. Whoops, that's not, I need to make this quite a bit bigger. Let's go down here. So we got chives, you know, those things that look kind of like onions, and chivos actually means a goat. So the goat eats chives. Next word, we have cordero. It looks like cord. Cordero. Whoops, let's spell it cordero, C-O-R-D-E-R-O. Now, what does it look like? It looks like a cord. Cordero actually means a lamb. The lamb was chewing on the cord or was being led around the farm with the cord around his neck. Next word, gallinas. Gallinas, if I take the first three letters, it looks like gal, like my gal, my girl, my gal. Gallinas, whoops, let's spell it G-A-L-L-I-N-A-S. Looks like gal, and it actually means hens. So my gal treats me like a mother hen. Next word, gato. G-A-T-O, gato. It looks like a gate where you get in and out of your yard. You open the gate. Gato means cat. Well, the cat was sitting on top of the gate. Next word, oveja. O-V-E-J-A, oveja. First three letters look like the English word oven. Oveja means sheep. We put the sheep in the oven. Next word, pato. P-A-T-O, pato. It looks like pat, like a pat on the back because you've done something good. Like right now, you deserve a pat on the back if you're actually writing these words down in 4 columns. Pato means duck. So we're going to pat the duck on the back. Next word, pavo. P-A-V-O, pavo looks like pave. Okay, make the road smooth. We're going to pave the road. Pavo actually means turkey. We're not going to pave the road with asphalt. We're going to pave it with squished down turkeys. Well, the next one is perro. P-E-R-R-O, perro. Perro, if I take the first 3 letters, it looks like period with a dot. Perro actually means dog. So if I make a sentence, I'm going to end it with a period about a dog. So I've never had a dog, period, which means I've never had a dog. There's nothing to argue about, period. There's no doubt. Last word, vaca. V-A-C-A, vaca looks like a vacation. And vaca actually means cow. The cow is on vacation at the beach. Okay, we've gone through, we've written down the words. Believe it or not, you've probably memorized them already. We'll see in a minute. Turn your papers over, and while you're turning your papers over, we'll do one little quick review. Here we go. Caballo looks like cab. It means horse. I'm not going to take the cab. I'm going to ride the horse to get across town. Chivo looks like chives. Those things that look like onions. It means goat. The goat is eating the chives. Cordero looks like cord. It means lamb. The lamb was chewing on the cord or was led around the farm by a cord. Gallina is equal to gal. It means hen. We have the movie My Gal Sal, famous movie with Rita Hayworth, the movie star. Gal, and it's like a hen. Well, my gal Sal is very, very nice to me. She treats me like a mother hen does her babies. Next one, gato. Looks like gate. It means cat. The cat was climbing on top of the gate. Next word, oveja, looks like sheep. I'm sorry, it looks like oven, but it means sheep. We're going to put the sheep in the oven. Next word, pato, which means looks like pat on the back, means duck. Well, we're going to give you a pat on the back, or at least the duck a pat on the back. Next word, pavo, looks like pave. It means turkey. The road was paved with turkeys. Next word, perro, looks like period, and it means dog. She was a nice dog, period. Okay, no doubt about it. I've never owned a dog, period. I never owned one. Last word, vaca, looks like vacation, and it means cow. Well, the cow is on vacation down to the beach. Well, let's take the test again to see if I tricked your mind into remembering. I'm going to ask you two questions. What does it look like or sound like? And then that should trigger your little memory trick. Okay, keep track on your fingers how many that you know this time. Perro looks like period. It means dog. I'm not going to have a dog, period. Caballo looks like cab, like a taxi cab. And it means horse. I don't need the taxi cab because I have the horse. Vaca looks like, first four letters, vacation. Vaca means cow. The cow's on vacation, so the cow's down there at the beach. Gallinas looks like gal. That's my gal Sal. And my Sal gal takes care of me like I'm a mother hen. Next word, oveja, looks like oven. It means sheep. We're going to put the sheep in the oven. Chivo looks like chive. It means goat. We're going to let the chivo eat the chives. Pavo looks like pave. It means turkey. We're going to pave the street with turkey. Pato looks like a pat, and pato means duck. We're going to pat the duck on the back. Cordero looks like cord, and it means lamb. The lamb was chewing the cord, or the lamb was being led around by the cord. Last word, gato, looks like gate. Gato means cat. The cat was on top of the gate. Well, count up your fingers. How many of them did you get this time? 0 to 4, you're a beginner. 5 to 8, you're intermediate. 9 or 10, advanced. I would expect all of you to be around the 8 or 9 mark. Um, well, I can teach you hundreds of words as fast as you can write them down by tricking your mind into remembering. I wrote my master's thesis on memorizing in a foreign language. If you're interested in increasing your vocabulary in Spanish, go to www.spanishmadefun.com. And I'll see you at the next lesson. Adios.